A very good and beautiful morning. It is Fabio here on your screen, and thank you again for tuning in. As you can see today, it is cloudy once again. Not sure why I'm talking about the weather every single morning, but regardless, happy Friday. It is finally weekend again. These are the days that I'm happy to be a Forex trader, because this week felt like an absolute year, guys. We have been calling absolute bottoms and beautiful trades within Discord and also here on the stream, of course. One of my favorite being Aussie dollar longs, which I called from Tuesday. I even shared the risk to reward tool, but we'll dive into that trade very shortly. Now, this is why I love trading Forex, guys, and not, for example, crypto. At least the markets are closed in the weekend, so I have some time to blow off some steam and get a little bit of rest, because otherwise I would have been on the charts every single day 24/7. So yeah, during the weekends I'll just log off and obviously just do a review of what the week has done and what I'm expecting for the next week, but at least I have some time to reflect. Now, looking here at EURUSD, absolute beautiful price action is still in play. We can very clearly see that we are still seeing further upside. And guys, what can I say? I've been calling this for the entirety of this week and last week that we were going to see a pullback on EURUSD. So I am extremely blessed and grateful that a lot of you have been capitalizing on this opportunity. One of my favorite trades being Aussie dollar longs. You can literally see here, I called it inside Discord. I shared even the risk to reward tool. You can go back to the stream here or the daily market outlook of Tuesday where we called Aussie dollar, and it is currently up over 100 pips in profit, as you can see. So another beautiful trade, and that is the benefit of just watching these market outlooks. So make sure to leave a like and let's just dive straight in. So EURUSD, first of all, here on the weekly time frame. As you guys know, we've been calling this weekly swing low over here for a very long time. We've grabbed liquidity underneath it, and we've seen that reversal now back in towards the highs. Now, how did I understand that there was a reversal in play? But first of all, by the way, what I want you to understand is that there's two ways to understand that there's a reversal. So first of all, we look at supply/demand and or liquidity. So that's what we need. And number two is that we look for a chock. Okay, so what we identified here on the weekly time frame is that we had liquidity. Then I went down a time frame and I looked at the daily, and on the daily, obviously I identified the change of character down below over here. So we get that change of character up, we see the retracement, then we see another push up, we see another retracement, and now we're seeing another push up. So all I'm simply doing, guys, is just following this mechanical model where I just really follow the market structure and what it's telling me based or in combination with liquidity. Now, to clean up my chart a bit, I'm going to keep it nice and clean for you guys, because let's just do a clean analysis once again. So here we had a low break. Remember, here to our left we have the liquidity grab. Okay, so I'm not going to go all the way back left, but you guys understand it. So we tapped into a liquidity point, and then from that point onwards we saw a reversal in towards the highs. The reversal was confirmed by breaking this fractal high. Now, a single fractal break is not always the highest probability, especially when you kind of see that the order flow is down as well. You see like this push down, pull back, push down, pull back, push down. So a lot of you were looking at this high over here. However, what I actually personally really like is that we got a double fractal break once we broke this high over here. Now, you guys know what I do. Most of the times, what a supply and demand trader will do is that he draws in his area of daily demand just simply on one individual candlestick over here. But preferably, I just take the entire sell before the buy, because then you're always going to be a little bit more accurate with where the price could potentially reverse from, and then you just go into the lower time frame and see if you can time that reversal to perfection. Now, as we can see, we get that double fractal break up higher. We get a tap back down in towards this daily demand zone, and then once again we see a massive push up. Now, today we've broken this daily fractal high over here, meaning that we now have a new fractal range, with this currently being your daily fractal low. So as long as this daily fractal low holds and the overall order flow holds, we should continue to push up higher. Now, a lot of you might now be wondering, Fabio, can I still get into EURUSD buys? Now, ask yourself a question, guys. When you have a market that is trending in towards the upside, where do you want to get into that market? You do not want to get in after a break of structure, right? You want to be trading here on the higher low, on the higher low, on the higher low, because in the anticipation that you're going to capture the entire next impulse up. So what we have here is that next impulse up, but what you can see here is that we've had that break of structure. So you wanted to be in that trade underneath that black line, somewhere over here, or for example over here. That is where you want to get into the trade, or underneath, again, this black line, but not after the black line, because that is ultimately when you would expect a potential reversal to happen, where you have, let's say, this area of daily supply as well. So keep that in mind, that at any point in time now EURUSD could retrace. Preferably you now want to be waiting for that daily demand zone to get hits again before then looking for an upside continuation. So if that daily demand zone were to get hit on, for example, the 4-hour time frame, then you just look, okay, well, on the 4-hour time frame, we also have an area of 4-hour demand over here. And then what you do is you wait for the market to come into that area of interest and then show its hand, show us that it wants to push up higher. So at this point in time, I'm not looking at getting into any trade on euro dollar. To be honest, I'm actually already finished for the month, as I've traded euro dollar, GBPUSD and Aussie dollar as well, all into profit. So I'm up around, after taking 2 losses, again, very transparently, I mentioned this beginning of the month, I took 2 losses on EJ and UJ, so that was minus 2%, and now with all these trades, I'm up to around 4% just for this month alone, which for me is absolutely beautiful and perfect, as obviously 4% on, you can calculate $1 million, would be $40,000. So what I'm looking here at on euro dollar is further upside still, but we need to see a retracement before I would get into any further longs. Yesterday we saw a beautiful liquidity grab underneath the lows over here, and we made a retracement in towards that prior area of demand. Now, euro dollar was not my favorite trade. That was actually Aussie dollar, but I'll tap into that in a second. Looking here at the dollar index, we can see, guys, we can see that further downside. I have been calling for these lows for a very long time, already since the past week or two, and we can see we finally grabbed liquidity underneath it. So what I'm now doing is I'm being a little bit more hesitant with trading those dollar pairs, because again, for me, the targets have been met. We have already grabbed liquidity, so now I'm just going to be waiting. Do I now want to be still selling the dollar over here, or do I want to be waiting for the order flow to be continued? Now, all you need to understand is what is the daily fractal structure doing. This here is my daily fractal high. This here is my buy before the sell. And what you simply want to be doing is just waiting for price to reach your area of interest. And then when price reaches your area of interest, that is when you want to get involved. So just after grabbing liquidity and being outside of an area of supply, like it's in no man's land at the moment, it's better just to already, if you're in a trade, that's good, but not get into a new trade, in my personal opinion. So we'll wait for new dollar positions once we get into that supply zone again, and let's just follow the daily fractal structure. As long as this black line is respected, we should push down lower. But yeah, very nice to see that we've grabbed those lows, and I hope you guys were also able to capitalize on that. Now, here, my favorite trade of the week, Aussie dollar. Man, I get emotional sometimes, guys, in the sense that I just love trading so much. You really cannot comprehend how much I love it. It's just the most beautiful thing ever to see when lines that you draw in start playing out. So what we have here on Aussie dollar overall, again, very beautifully, we had the daily fractal structure break. Then we saw a retracement in towards the sell before the buy up. This here is your fractal low. It gets respected, and we retrace in towards the downside beautifully. Then from there, we continue to push up higher. Now, yesterday I did mention in the daily market outlook, but also inside Discord, that there was a potential scale in possible. Now, what we had yesterday was 4-hour fractal structure. This risk to reward tool, by the way, is a swing trade that I'm in on, and this red line here is my stop loss that I trailed into profit. So it's now currently 1% in profit, my stop loss. Yeah, I call this trade literally on Tuesday, guys, here on the stream or on the daily market outlook, so you can check that back. But regardless, what I want to tell you is here we got a fractal high break. At that point in time, this becomes here your fractal low, and this becomes your fractal high. So you see the push up, you see the retracement, and then we see the upside continuation again. So at all times, we did actually respect the fractal low over here. Daily fractal was bullish. We swept liquidity on the weekly time frame as well. So if we zoom out, you can very clearly see that we have an area of consolidation. We sweep liquidity lows over here. We swept lows over here. We reverse. Here we sweep the lows. We reverse. So this is just common sense trading, guys. But this is why I love trading the higher time frame, because I mean, it's very clear that it's going to move up, but then we trade the lower time frame and just get stopped out too much. So that's why I'm really preferring to trade the higher time frame as of recent. But what we can see here is, again, then daily fractal structure shift. So we have that confirmed pullback. Then we go in towards the 4-hour time frame, and we see also that the 4-hour fractal structure is bullish. And now you can just perfectly see, again, fractal high break. We see a retracement into where? Well, if we draw in the low to the high over here, we can again clearly see, if we use premium versus discount, that we get pretty much a perfect 50% retracement over here. And then from there, we just continue pushing up higher again. So I mean, what else do I need to say, guys? Again, beautiful, beautiful setups. Yesterday, I also shared this 1-hour setup with you on the stream here and also inside Discord. But what we were looking for was this 1-hour change of character. So again, we had a 1-hour demand zone over here, but we didn't have any confirmed bullishness, right? So we can see here, push down, retracement, and then we had like this consolidation, another push down. This here, this black line is your fractal high. We push up, we break the fractal high. At that point in time, we were able to take a long. So you could have placed your stop loss again underneath the low over here, or even safer underneath this low of the 1 hour entire fractal structure. That is ideal, especially when you start to get into a position over here. You just want to put your stop loss underneath here instead of like very tight underneath the lows, because then you could have been stopped out by this wick over here. The reason for that volatility, that was Trump, who was speaking in Davos, or through a live stream in Davos. But yeah, then you can very clearly see over here, very easy 1 to 3 risk to reward. Watch back yesterday's stream and yeah, you can literally see this skill in played out to absolute perfection. But yeah, that was a trade on Aussie dollar. For now, just waiting for that daily supply zone to get hit next. Not looking to get into any new positions here on AUDUSD. Now moving into GBPUSD, what can we see there? We've also seen further upside from GU. So GU overall, obviously, I mentioned that it was my least favorite, which is perfectly fine. Obviously, it's still pushing up higher. But again, my favorite pair was Aussie dollar and also euro dollar, but even better was Aussie dollar because it respected the 4 hour fractal structure just beautifully. GU is still bearish on the daily from this high in towards this low. Therefore, I preferably don't really want to trade it. But then again, GU will follow EU and AU, right? So what we have here on the 4 hour time frame is also still pretty much this overall uptrend that we have, right? So we have the push up, pull down, push up, pull down, push up, pull down, push up, pull down, push up. Again, very clear overall, not much that I need to say. Will I be looking for shorts on this soon? Might be the question. Maybe if we break this low over here, then we could confirm that this daily supply zone will push the market down lower, but it's not really something that I'm looking at this point in time. Preferably, I'll just continue trading GU up higher as long as EURUSD shows that it wants to push up higher and the dollar index wants to head down lower. So I won't get into any GU longs. Obviously, the dollar index, like I explained earlier, is inside or is near daily supply, and the daily order flow is also down, so it doesn't make sense to keep on shorting GU when the dollar is bearish and when EU is also leading the way up higher. So keep that in mind when trading GU. Yeah, only looking for shorts once we really see a very clear order flow shift on that daily fractal structure, because for now the daily is, or on the 4 hour fractal structure, excuse me. But for now, this daily demand zone over here is in control, and we are trading it up higher. So you can see here, this was previous demand, sell before buy up, then we retrace back in with the wick, and then from there we push up higher again. Now this here is the fractal low because we saw a pullback after that bearish candle, and then we pushed up again, breaking the fractal high. So for now, I'm only interested in further upside, but then again, we're inside daily supply, so I'll mainly be focusing on the other major dollar pairs until GU breaks this fractal high on the daily, and then I'll be more interested in trading it up higher, potentially, for example, back up in towards here with this liquidity high position right below that area of supply. So that's GU. So yeah, for now, follow the overall order flow up higher. And if, for example, we were to break that low, then you could look for a potential short. But again, yeah, the bulls are still in control, so it doesn't make sense to short it yet. Going into NZDUSD next. NZDUSD has also been pushing up higher. Remember, at the beginning of the week, I also told you guys you could have just placed a long position like this. So I hope some of you did that. You can literally watch back Monday or Tuesday stream. Overall, bulls are in control here. Very beautiful. I'm very happy to see that we've seen a daily fractal break of structure. Again, despite on the weekly time frame, there's still being lows open over here to our left. We understand that NU follows EU and the dollar index, so it doesn't need to complete that liquidation. But overall, still very nice at this point in time. This is now your daily demand zone over here. This sell for the buy. We broke the fractal high over here, so this is therefore now your fractal low, this black line over here. And as long as that low holds, I am going to be trading NU up higher. So now just simply looking for a retracement back down in towards this demand zone, and then inside of that demand zone, I'll be going down in towards the 4 hour, and then on the 4 hour, I'll be looking to trade the bullish confirmation. What would be nice is retracing towards this demand zone, use this low as liquidity, and then see kind of like a 4 hour bullish confirmation in the form of a change of character to then go long. But now I'm not looking to get into NU. I'm only in my AU swing position, and I'll just swing that up higher. Obviously, NU could just continue up higher in towards this daily supply, what I do eventually expect, but who knows, maybe we'll see a pullback first and then continue up higher. And then, yeah, we'll see what we'll do once we reach that area of supply. Going into gold last of all. So gold here has also continued up higher again as expected. Overall, what is nice to see is that this is now your daily order flow / your daily demand zone. Because the black line here is now your fractal low, and as long as that low is respected, we should continue to push up higher. I'll just wait for that daily demand to get hit, and then I'll trade it up higher in towards a new all-time high. So again, yeah, I mean, I mentioned this all week long. You can just follow the analysis I say. Gold is bullish, and it's just following the bullish order flow up higher. And now the 4 hour time frame as well. Let's just wait and see. Yesterday I was looking for a long inside here already, but it pushed down a little bit lower and then it pushed up, so it just needed to pick up more liquidity and more demand. And now obviously I'll just wait for this zone to get hit, and then inside there I'll look for lower time frame confirmation in the form of, for example, a 1 hour fractal structure shift. We have multiple areas of demand, for example this demand zone over here, but also this refined imbalance candle over here. And then again I'll just wait for it to reach there. So let's see, now we have a bearish change of character. Who knows, we'll see something like this. Could also just push up higher. I'm not going to take any sells based on just a 1 hour change of character obviously, but if it does push down lower, that's nice. Then we'll just wait for these two demand zones to get hit, and then we'll just wait for order flow to continue bullish again, and then we'll get in on a long. Trading can be that simple. So thanks so much for tuning in to today's market outlook, guys. Thank you, wish you all a fantastic weekend, and speak soon.